Hello everyone, good afternoon. Welcome to the Mystery Easter Special. Yes, I just realised I set the start time to 4 a.m. I think or something like that. I saw a comment from Alan saying it was an early one. I'm sure he got the gist that it was actually 4 p.m. and not 4 a.m. But dear me, honestly, what a start, eh? What a start. But I hope you're doing okay. Well, thanks for your feedback as well, by the way, on the sort of the questionnaire I did, the poll. So doing basically, rather than just doing a sort of special sort of Cadbury edition or whatever, I decided it'd be best to do just random Easter products really to get through the backlog, and also because it was quite an interesting one really as well. So thanks for your feedback on that one. I hope that's I guess maybe I'm still kept it slightly themed, but there we go. Hi Alan, hope you're doing okay. Hope you didn't get up at 4 a.m. for that for the yeah, for the review. I'm sorry about that, Alan. Yeah, but I'm sure you worked it out. It looks like you did because you're here, so that's good. Yeah, honestly, it's one of those things. And I hope you're doing okay. How's things with you? Is it quite sunny where you are? It's been raining where I am, so yeah, it's been pretty horrible actually. But there we go. But hopefully, we'll get a bit of Easter action going on, and it should brighten us up, I think. Hope you're doing okay, everyone as well, by the way. So as I say, going to do a various amounts of Easter products today. So I was going to do it all sort of Cadbury focused, really. I had a few in mind. It might still crop up, of course. I thought I could just do like an Easter, it's sort of like a random Easter mystery special, then just have the same ones I advertised previously. But I'm not going to do that, don't worry, I'm not going to do that. So I've got a few different Easter products in line, really. Got quite a lot to get through. I think I've got over 20, I think, in my backlog to go through before Easter. It's only a couple of weeks away, so we might have a couple of Easter specials, which is why I put part 1 on this one. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, so I've got quite a few. So where do we start? Well, I've got a good one to start with, actually. So I think let's have a look. We've got the Dairy Milk. Yes, spring edition, so look at that. So not quite Easter, I guess you'd say, but clearly Easter themed. It's got Beatrix Potter's Peter Rabbit on there as well. So it's a beautiful artwork, actually. Look at that, it looks really nice. Normally they do a spring edition every year. Basically, it's quite a sort of staple of Cadbury to do. So it is they retheme it every time, but it's generally the same. It always has sort of like these rabbits, like white chocolate rabbits on a milk chocolate bar, essentially. Very nice though, very nice, really. Yeah, I think it's one of those where they could perhaps do another one in winter time and all this, that, and the other with just different different pictures on it, basically. But there we go. So yes. Yeah, so we are. That was quite nice. So what's the actual description on it? Let's see. I think it's quite straightforward. Can you see it there? Hopefully you can if it comes in. There you go, something like that. Milk chocolate with white chocolate. 12%. There we go. Yeah, it probably has palm oil in it. It does have palm oil, you can see there. Milk chocolate, milk solids 20% minimum, actual 23%. There we go. Cocoa solids 20% minimum. There we go. By appointment of Her Majesty the Queen approves. Suitable for vegetarians as well. How about that? There we go. It is actually quite nice, isn't it, Alan? It has to be said, it is really nice. I'm actually very impressed with it. I think it's normally quite mundane, actually, but such beautiful artwork. I really like this, and it really does look very, well, I'm not sure if Easter is the right word, but very spring-like. It really does look very beautiful, actually. I'm very impressed with this one. If nothing else, they've definitely, got the artwork on. So, yeah, lovely wrapper, this one, lovely wrapper. So Noah, member of the channel, actually collects chocolate wrappers, so I send them to him, basically. So I think he'll be happy with this one. So let's have a look at the calories as well. Why not? While we're here, why not? There we go. So I just move off to one side so I can read it. Yes, per 100 grams, 530 calories. So pretty much bang on in the middle of the 500 to 550 threshold I seem to put in place. Yeah, 30 grams of fat, 18.5 of which are saturates. And per quarter of a bar, 25 grams. Presumably it's a 100 gram bar. 133 calories, 7.5 grams of fat, 4.6 of which are saturates. You've got the old Fair Trade Foundation thing going on there. There we go. How about that? Yeah, not too bad. There we go. And it's got the equivalent of 426 millilitres of fresh liquid milk in every 227 grams of milk chocolates. So there we go. Okay, well I think we should give it an open then. So I'll move the camera down a bit so you can see me open it. So why not? It's a good idea. Let's do it. There we go. So you can see, apologies for all the wires, by the way. Various keyboard shenanigans that you'll be able to see. Okay. I'll leave it at the default sort of brightness for the moment. We'll see how it goes, but hopefully it'll be okay. So yeah, some quite, as I say, quite interesting as well. I think it is going to be the same. You can see what it looks like there, essentially. So it has those sort of like little white chocolate rabbits. Now they're always a bit, I don't know, what's the word? They'll never quite live up to what you'd expect them to be really, these, because you can never quite taste the white chocolate. So we'll see if they've changed it at all, but I have a feeling they probably haven't. So let's have a look. Okay. So it's not, it might be a bit melty today, so we'll see how it goes. But okay, so there we are, look at that. It looks very nice, doesn't it? You see there's some sort of bleeding through of the white chocolate onto the milk chocolate. But not too bad overall. I mean, obviously this one, where is it here? A bit worse than the others, I think you'd say, but overall not too bad. Quite plain on the other side. Yeah, that's quite nice. It's quite nice. So we'll give it a bit of, I mean, it's basically a standard size, but it's 100 grams as well. I don't think you know, but we'll give it a measure all the same. Why not? Just to check if they do. It smells lovely. It's got that lovely dairy milk smell actually, which is really nice. I really do like that. So I can't quite describe what it smells like, but it's lovely. It's exactly 15.5 centimeters. I don't have my digital calipers by the way, but and 7.5 wide. So pretty accurate really. It's about half a centimeter from the sort of like in between the segments. But then sort of on the bigger side of it, on the actual, that's on the sort of basically to the trough in between the segments. It's about a centimetre tall actually elsewise. It's not too bad. So we'll try and see just what these white chocolates are about then. So I'll probably sorry Peter, we're gonna have to cut you down the middle. Sorry about this. Let's have a look. Okay. So there you go. So not too bad. So you can see, whoop, there it's come off actually. So you can see the white chocolate's kind of, it is separate. Which is not too bad, because sometimes when you get these things, they kind of sort of a very thin layer on top. But you can see this is quite a good chunk there. Yeah, not too bad at all. Okay, I'm quite excited about this one actually. I'm quite excited about it. I think it'll be not too bad. So let's just hold up so you can see me again. I've not gone away. There we go. Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, there we go. That's about right. Okay, so I'll give it a bit of a taste then, so see what it's like. As I say, I'm quite, so far so good really. I think it's quite a mundane one though. It's not sort of, it is one that you have every year. It's not that special as such, but we'll see what it's like. So let's do it. Let's give it a taste. That's about it. It's got that lovely, I mean, as you'd expect, it's got that lovely sort of dairy milk, velvety, rich chocolate taste to it. It's not too rich, of course, but it's it is really nice. I think it's, I can't taste the white chocolate though. I mean, as expected. I mean, it's just sort of lost in the milk chocolate really. And Cadbury aren't known for their. I know they do a Cadbury white bar now, but as everyone I think has gathered, they're not really known for the white chocolate. I'm just trying to see if I can sort of kind of get one of the bunnies off, but it's a bit difficult. I don't know where. Cut my finger off. There we go. I've got sort of like half the bunny off. Yes, I'm just going to see if I can actually taste it, see what it's like. Very hard to taste. It's very small, you know, amount of white chocolate. Really, it's more for decoration, as you've probably worked out. It's so you can't really taste it, and it's a bit it's okay. I mean, you can see the sort of chunks of dairy milk are quite thin as well. You know, it's got that little lump on top. Obviously, it's a 100-gram bar, but yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like the white chocolate's there really for presentation to make it look nice, and it does look nice, I have to say. I mean, it does look a bit of an experience. So it's a bit of a shame that it's bled through a bit on some of the segments. Yeah, don't know, but it's not too bad for the most part. I mean, you can see like one in the top right as you look is not too bad, and a few of them are okay actually. So they're not too bad at all. But at the end of the day, it's really just a dairy milk bar. It's not anything too. It's not going to blow your socks off or anything. Yeah, I don't know. Because the white chocolate, as I say, it's like what I love a lot of these things. Over the reviews we've had in the past few weeks, we've sort of seen. Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah, Alan, you're right. It is a bit of a token gesture, and they do that with all these chocolates. Really, we've seen it with all the chocolate selections. We have those white chocolate drizzles on top, things like this. It's always a bit of a token gesture, and they rarely sort of follow through with actually being sort of more of a white chocolate taste. So, but all the same, not too bad though. Really, I think, you know, it's a dairy milk bar. I think that's the gist of it, and I think you know if you're going to like it or not. So what should I give? I mean, I really like dairy milk chocolate, of course. I think some people might say it's quite sweet. I actually quite like it. It's very soft, very velvety. It smells lovely as well. I love the smell of it. I don't know what to give it really. I think it's not going to blow your socks off, but it's a nice bar all the same. I think, oh, it's lovely as well. I mean, let's just have a look at that again. I mean, it's so, I really, really, really do like that. Yeah, I think it's really nice. Really nice. So what can I give it? Well, presentation, it's got to be a 5 out of 5, but I think for the extra chocolate, I mean, it's not too bad. I can't, what can I say really? Dairy milk, I really like dairy milk. I don't think I can give it a 5 out of 5 because nothing's going to blow your socks, so it's quite a standard bar all the same, but it is still really nice. I think, got two minds. I'm going to give it, I'm going to say 4.5 out of 5. Yeah, so not a bad bar at all there. Obviously, if you don't like dairy milk, you know, yeah, well, there you go. Like with all things, if you didn't like it, then it's not going to be 4.5 out of 5 for you. But I really like that. I mean, it's a really nice bar. Very different as well. So 4.5 out of 5 with the appearance of those rabbits on top. Yeah, just a nice sort of presentation of a typical dairy milk bar, I guess, is the gist of it. Okay, so let's move this aside. So, so what have we got next? Well, I've got a few things actually. So one thing I might get to at the end, just as sort of something a bit different, really. But we'll see. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. But next along, yes, Smarties mini eggs. Look at that orange. I mean, you love dairy milk, do you, Alan? Yeah. I mean, I have to say it is gorgeous, isn't it? I don't know. I mean, I have a feeling like it might be if you're not brought up with it. I don't know, maybe you'd think it wasn't as good as we think it is, but I'm not sure. I don't know, because I try things like sort of Belgian chocolates and things, and I just don't think they're that great, really. They're okay, but they're just a bit too sort of milky and creamy for me. You know, so I think dairy milk just gets it spot on, to be honest with you. So I do really enjoy that chocolate, I have to say, I really do. But, you know, I'm not sure if it's just us, Alan, or not. I don't know. But I do really like it. Yeah, I do really like it. I'm just going to get rid of some of this chocolate. Okay, so, right. So, orange Smarties, there we go. Mini eggs. Less packaging. Now, you said less packaging here, and it technically is, I guess. But, I mean, if you look at it, you know, as I say, we always talk about this, you can still see here that it's barely half full again. So, even though they've got this gimmick of less packaging, it's still half empty or half full, whatever you want to say. It's an 80-gram bag, so I've got like a dairy milk one here, which is actually 77 grams. So it's actually less in this one, but you can see the difference kind of in the package. You know, it is a bit smaller still. So there is actually less packaging. Yeah, I think you're right. That is the one thing with that dairy milk bar before. The chunks are small. It's a actual 100-gram bar. So it's it's not quite as thick as normal. So it would be nice, but obviously they made it smaller for those rabbits, I guess. So that's the gist of it. So yeah, what can you say? But yeah, it's weird actually. It's like a Milka-sized bar, really, isn't it? I think that's the gist of it. It looks more to be like Milka, really. Yeah, it's a funny one. But there we go. Okay, so you can see here. Yeah, so there is smaller. There is less packaging. But it's still half empty. So I don't know what the gist of it seems a bit odd there. They've got like a thing on the back. What does it say? A little description. What does that say? And that blue box there focuses in. Yeah, we're taking action on how much packaging we use. This pack uses 20% less packaging than our previous 80-gram mini egg sharing bags. And if you look at it, I mean, there's a standard size. So if you look at, I mean, obviously this isn't an orange one, but you can clearly see it is about a fifth less. But I don't know. When you think about it, it could be, you could take another, I don't know, 40% or whatever off it. I think it's a bit, it's a bit silly, really. I'm not sure, but it does look very nice anyway. So it's got no artificial colours or something else on it as well. Got the Nestle Cocoa Plan. No artificial colours, flavours, or preservatives. Yeah. And we've got the old calories on the back. So yeah, 5 eggs is 1 serving. Per 5 eggs, 86 grams, 86 calories. 3.4 grams of fat, 2 of which are saturates. Then per 100 grams, oh, there you go, look at that, 484. So it's below 500 calories there. So that's not bad as far as chocolate goes. Yeah, 484 calories per 100 grams, 19 grams of fat, 11.3 of which are saturates. So yeah, so not too bad, not too bad. Enjoy chocolate as part of a varied, balanced diet, it says, and healthy lifestyle. Is one of life's little pleasures. There you go. Okay, so they have to do that, the small print, don't they, to sort of make sure that they're not stuffing us with unhealthy stuff. But I think this looks quite nice as well. Got nice ladybirds on the pack there. A sort of nest of orange eggs. I think it looks quite nice actually. Yeah, I mean, Ladybird's a bit, I don't know, don't quite fit in with the theme, I guess, but but still nice. Yeah, and some butterflies as well, of course, butterflies. Kind of a springy, Eastery product without butterflies. There we go. Okay, so yeah, all right. Yeah, so what's the bag? 80 grams it said, doesn't it, per 5 eggs. So we'll see how many. Okay, we'll see how many eggs is in it. So I'll give it an open then again. Okay, there we go. So you have to excuse the dairy milk from the last review on there. Okay, I'm not adjusting the brightness this time unless I need to, because I don't know, I feel like sometimes it changes depending on what goes on with it. So sometimes it looks a bit darker than other times. So we'll see. Now you can see now it's gone quite bright, so I'll just lower it a bit now and just let's have a look. Let's have a see. Okay, there we go. How about that? We'll see how that goes. Let's lower it again in a bit, but we'll see. Okay, so let's give it an open then. I can. Don't go everywhere. Okay. Okay, so let's see how many we've got in here. So let's try to do it wide. I don't worry about it exploding everywhere, but they're not. Okay, there we go. So how many have we got in here? So we've got 5, 10, 15, 20. There's always about 18 in these things. Yeah, okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 23 actually, sorry. There's always like an odd, there's always 3 extra over the divided by 5. Not too bad then. So yeah, so what was the portion size per 5 eggs? Okay, it's 86 calories. Yeah, so it's about, yeah, okay. So it's 86 calories per 5 eggs. So we've got, I've got 20 odd here, so yeah, so okay. Yeah, so I guess you basically times it by 4 with 1927, 1927. So it's about 360 calories, I guess, for the whole list, because I've got 3 extras as well, roughly give or take. Now usually they're quite uniform, but you can see there's a bit of an odd one here. So yeah, the less said about this one, the better. But yeah, this one's not done too well. But generally they're okay. Generally they're okay. All right, not too bad. They look quite nice actually, don't they? Yeah. Sort of like a bit of a funny shaped egg. Because they are egg shaped, aren't they? But a bit of a funny one. So I have to measure these. I can't measure these with a ruler. So luckily I've got the old calipers here, so this will be a bit more useful. So see how tall they are. Okay, so it's about seems quite tall. Yeah, about 2 centimeters. Okay, don't look to be 2 centimeters, but I guess it is. All right, and I guess width at the bottom. That's its widest. About 1.6. There we go. Right, so I'll give one a chop. Let's see, gonna be a bit. Maybe I'll do the weird one. It's got a bit of a natural groove for me to chop down the middle, so I hope I don't get my finger chopped off. Quite tough, as you can see. Okay. Well, there you go. It kind of exploded a bit, but there we are. So you can see that's what you're getting on the inside, essentially. So it's a bit like a Smartie, just a bit bigger, really. Not too bad. Yeah, you can see it's quite a thin sugar coating, but quite solid, as you heard before, with a milk chocolate centre. Yeah, it looks okay. Well, you'd expect, I guess. Now, the reason they do an orange one rather than, because basically Smarties, you know, I'm sure everyone knows, but those you don't know, it's like a mini sort of UFO-shaped little sweet, really, with as I say, sugar shell with milk chocolate in the middle. So a bit sort of smaller than these generally, and they come in a very variety of different colours. So blue, pink, green, I think, maybe brown, and orange as well. And the orange ones are the only ones that actually have a different taste, and they have a sort of bit of an orange taste. I don't know if it's the flavouring from the shell or not. I assume it must be. But that's the gist of it. So that's why they do release an orange one on its own, because they're the only ones that actually taste different. Some people are saying that they have, I don't know if it's a bit like Skittles, where apparently they all taste the same, and it's just the fact that we just perceive it to taste different. But I think I'm sure these ones actually do. I'm sure they actually do. Okay, so let's lift myself back up. Give these a taste. There we go. Yeah, so we just did the brightness, so you see them a bit. That's a bit darker now, but we'll see. There we are. Okay. Yes, back again. Yeah, so okay, so I'll give this. Let's have a look. I'll just the brightness again. Yeah, it is a bit of is one of those things really where the camera kind of adjusts itself based on what it's seeing. So I just sort of try and keep it, looking a bit more normal. So there we go, back again. All right, so let's give one of these a taste then. I'm guessing it's going to be quite crunchy. Let's give it a go. Not too bad. Not too bad. I think it doesn't really. I'm trying to think. Does it really taste of orange? Actually. I don't know. I don't know really. I guess it's got some kind of taste that's a bit different than just a plain milk chocolate. So it's not too bad from that point of view. It's got a nice crunch to it as well. I think the milk chocolate itself is okay. It's always nice as a dairy milk, for instance. But then maybe if it had a bit too much flavour, it would take away from the orange side of it. So, Hi Andrew, you okay? Hope you're doing alright. I'm sorry about the timing of this, by the way. I set it for 4 AM by accident. I hope you're doing alright. How are you doing today? You just got me mid-mouthful, so I'm sorry about that. We've just done the Dairy Milk Spring Edition. We've done that one already. Beautiful wrapper, beautiful wrapper. And now we're doing the sort of orange Smarty mini eggs. Yeah, apparently they've got less packaging apparently, but there we go. Sunny Newcastle, is it? I see. It's raining here. It's been raining all day. It went sunny for about 5 minutes, and it's raining. I think when it was sunny, it was still raining somehow, as is typically the case in Manchester. But there we go. Yes, I think these are quite nice, really. I think these are not too bad. I think it's a bit weird. But it's more about the crunch, I think, than anything else. But the chocolate is quite nice, but it's not going to blow your socks off. But I think what is good about it is that slight orangey taste, or something taste anyway. It's difficult to say if it really is an orange taste. It's not really like a chocolate orange, like Terry's chocolate orange or anything like that. Nonetheless, I do like it. Is it still cold, Andrew? Are you doing okay? Milky Bar mini eggs, yes. Well, there's a few. Basically, is it 2 more weeks before Easter? I think is it next week, week after next, isn't it? So we've got 3 parts of this basically. So you never know. The Milky Bar mini eggs might make a showing. I've got about 20 products to go through before then, so yeah, there's a strong chance. Let's put it that way. These are not bad actually. I do like these a lot. I think they're quite plain, but it's the crunch that's really nice. It's a lovely crunch as you eat them. Quite thick chocolate as well. I do like them a lot actually. They're very Moorish. Could easily go about 5 of them at once and eat them. So yeah, which I'm trying to stop myself doing. Now I do like these a lot actually. These are very nice. I think they're not. Again, they're not sort of going to blow your socks off, I don't think, but they are nice. You can catch in the throat a bit with like a sort of strong flavouring, possibly from the shell, I think. To the point where I might have to take a sip of my drink. But I like them. I do like them a lot, and I think yeah, I think there's no there's no real sort of X factor there, but they are nice. I think for that reason I'm going to give them a 4 out of 5. Yeah, so I do like them. I do recommend those ones. As Andrew says, the Nestle white chocolates of mini eggs are very nice. But we'll be coming to them perhaps in another week, or maybe today. Who knows? I'll try and do those. Just manoeuvre these back into the packet. Or back somewhere. They're rolling all over the place now, so typical. Just move them away. Okay, but yeah, very more. I mean, they are very nice. These has to be said. But, there we go. Caramilk is coming to the UK, is it? All right. Yeah, I think Scotty mentioned in at some point that they're looking like it might do. That's really good. Yeah. Well, I wonder if it's going to be different. Caramilk, for those who don't know, basically Andrew's in the comments has mentioned that Cadbury's Caramilk's going to be coming to the UK. In Australia, they've done it for a long time. It's basically sort of caramel white chocolate, and it's very nice indeed. And they do a twirl version as well, so you got Cadbury's Twirl 2-fingered bar with covered in milk chocolate, but with a caramel on the middle. It's not like a Caramac, of course. A Caramac isn't white chocolate. Sort of like I don't know what it really is. It's some kind of caramel flavoured stuff, which tastes nice. But yeah, Caramilk is very nice indeed. So hopefully, I can't see them going wrong with it. To be honest with you, Andrew, hopefully they can't. I mean, fingers crossed. I mean, it's we'll see. We never know. Hi Rick, how are you doing? You doing okay? Good to see you, by the way. Yeah, I was just saying to Andrew before, and obviously Alan before that, I set the timing for this one to be 4 a.m. So probably confused everyone. Hopefully you sort of put 2 and 2 together as I meant for 4 p.m. I'm not sure if Alan was up that early, but he did leave a comment earlier on. So yeah, we'll see. I've just been eat these last lot. Oh, I hope not, Andrew. I really hope they don't put. Oh, yeah. You know what? You're probably right that they'll try and do something like that. I really hope they don't. Well, to be honest with you, as long as they don't make it the sort of that sort of horrible Oreo cream stuff, as long as they don't get that involved with it, that they put in the chocolate bars, you know, the Oreo chocolate bars. It's just got that cream in. But yeah. Oh, you just ordered how much more, did you? Oh, nice one, Rick. Yeah, nice one. Have you actually had it? You're saying it tastes more like white chocolate than caramel. I can't remember actually. I did have it a few weeks back. I can't remember now whether I thought it was like that. I thought it was quite. I did like it. I think I've still got the caramel 12 bites to have as well. I think I've not done them yet. I'm not sure. I'll have to see. I've got so many products to go through. It's ridiculous. But yeah, but yeah. And I think you can't go wrong with it though. I think it's still nice. Yeah, even to see if it tastes more of. You're probably right, really, the white chocolate. I guess because the milk chocolate might take away a bit. I'm not sure. But I still really enjoyed it. It was still really nice. Yeah. It was still really nice. I did like it a lot. That they've done them. I think there's a 12 mint bites in the UK. I don't know whether they're an import or not, but I managed to get them and got them to review soon. So they're sort of like mint flavoured twirls. So they should be quite interesting as well. So we'll see. Right, so what have we got next then? Well, I thought we'd go traditional here. So I've got this, you've seen those in the supermarket, see this, well, I'm not sure about you, Rick, by the way, in Canada, but when you go, we sort of see these random products, basically, that's like Easter themed, but sold on their own. So I thought we'd give one a look, to be honest with you. And this is it. It's like a standalone Easter egg. Yeah, with this little, I don't know, funny dog critter on it. I'm not sure if it actually is meant to be. It says Paw Patrol on it, so I guess it's meant for kids. That probably is something. Don't know if, I got it from Tesco, I think, so I don't know if they've just made that up, whether that's an actual brand of something like that. But you can see it's got like a, cartoony dog on it. Possibly a member of the Paw Patrol, I don't know. So it's a Kinnerton, there we go. Something, what's it saying? Nut safe promise. I assume that means it's got no nuts in it. Yeah. So what's the actual description? I'm always a bit dubious by this. I've never really had one before, so I'm hoping it'll. Well, I don't know whether it'll taste nice or not really. Milk chocolate. There we go. That's what it is. It's got palm in it, palm fat. Bear that in mind. Got sal in it, whatever sal fat is. I'm not sure. Milk solids 27%. Cocoa solids 26% minimum. Yeah, milk solids 27% minimum as well. Rainforest Alliance certified as well. Okay, super vegetarians. Yeah, so it looks okay. Looks all right. Yeah. But nothing. I don't know. Not sure what to make of it really. So we'll have a see. Now it's not got anything in it. It's presumably it's a hollow egg. It's not going to be solid. It does weigh 77 grams. This should be quite interesting. Yeah, is it, Alan? Right. I see. Okay. Yeah. I don't have kids myself, you see, so no idea. Although not averse to sort of cartoons and things, but yeah. I know, an interesting one. But they do like, I think they did just random characters. I don't know if they did just this one. There was like some others as well. Not too sure really. So yeah, I have to see. So but I assume they're all the same. It's just the gist of it is, they've just got different pictures on the front. But it's about £1, so it's not too bad. Now I did notice as well actually some of the sort of regular Easter eggs. They come in those big boxes, don't they? But they didn't have actually. They removed all the plastic this time. So essentially, you're just getting this in the big box. Which, for some of them that don't have come with bars and things, which I thought was a bit, I don't know, not sure what to make of that really. Okay, well I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's give it an open up here, shall we? I don't think I'll go. Yeah, just try and open it. So how do you open your Easter eggs, by the way, everyone? Do you get Easter eggs in Canada, Rick? Yes, yeah. Do you actually get this kind of thing in Canada, Rick? It's like literally like a chocolate egg. Is it something you get there? They're quite popular in the UK. They're generally like this. They're just sort of like a chocolate egg. It's hollow though, generally. They're not solid. You might be able to get a solid one from some, I don't know, crazy company that costs about £30, but they're usually quite expensive for what they are. So they don't usually weigh that much. But yeah. So there we go. So you can see that there's no Paw Patrol shenanigans going on here. It's just literally just a plain egg. So, you know, a bit of a shame, I think you'd say. You'd like to think that the it wouldn't just be sort of skin deep, the design. You know what I mean? It could have had a little thing on it or anything like a dog on it, whatever. I get overloaded with you, Rick. Yeah. So, yeah, I do like them, but they're so expensive nowadays. You're talking about sometimes, you know, you get something not much more than this, maybe a couple of chocolate bars with it. About £10 or something like that in the UK. I'm not sure how that converts to Canadian dollars, but US dollars, it's probably, well, I don't know actually, $12, $13, $14 US dollars, I think. Yeah, so, you know, not cheap at all for what you're getting. It's all presentation, really, of course, but there we go. Okay, yeah, so I'll tell you what, I'll move you down then. So we'll try and get this open without making a mess everywhere. We'll see what happens. Can't guarantee if things won't go wrong here. Okay, you can see I've still got some Smarty mini eggs rolling around over there. I forgot to put a backup plate. Normally I have a little backup plate that I put things on, and I forgot to bring it today. So they're all just rolling around everywhere. So there we go. Live TV for you. There you go. So I'll just lower the brightness a bit, just because it gets a bit saturated because of the white plate. So I'll just do that. Let's have a look. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, I'll see how that goes. Okay. Yeah, after you get them all. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I have done that myself. Well, I've done that as well as buying them before the days as well. So I ended up with too much, basically. Yeah. Okay, so how do you know? Well, I'll tell you what, we'll come to that in a minute. We'll just give it a measure first. So I'll do it with the old caliper if I can. See what the height of this is. Let's see. Might just be off camera for a second, but I'll come back to you in a minute. Look. Okay, I think we got it there. Oh, look then. The height of it is not bad. It's about 10.5 centimetres there, not bad. And the width, obviously the width, it's not, you know, it's an egg shape, so it's not going to be, I'll do it from the middle perhaps. You know, 7.3 centimetres. There you go, not too bad. Yeah, I know what you mean, Alan. It's lovely, isn't it, to walk down? You see all these beautiful Easter eggs. You know, I like ones that have something in the shell. I don't like it. Well, don't like is the wrong term, but I like to find ones that have sort of basically have something in the chocolate. So they have like crunchy pieces or something like that. You know, something like a crunchy Easter egg sometimes has crunchy bits in the shell or something like that. That's what I really like. You know, that's why I sort of like those kind of ones. Something a bit different, really. But the one that I remember years ago, I think I've told this before, but I was saving all my Easter eggs for. I don't know why I was doing this when I was really young. I was saving my Easter eggs. I had all these really nice Easter eggs. Like I don't even remember pyramids. Like these little sort of dark chocolate, a bit like After Eights really, but in the sort of like it was a pyramid, and it had sort of like that sort of mint cream, mint fondant centre. It was a dark chocolate egg, presumably. I remember saving the pyramids. I really wanted them. I was saving them for a long time. Saving all my other eggs, and I came back a month later to have them. And for some reason, I was saving them in my mum's dad's bedroom, and my mum had basically eaten them all. I came to have them. My mum had nibbled them, and yes, there's none left for me. So I was saving them for ages, and my mum had them all. So I couldn't believe it, honestly. Ah, dear. Okay, so how are we going to open this then? Well, there's a few techniques to opening these, smashing, I guess. You can basically, normally when they're in the wrapper, you can just whack them, and they'll all come apart. Obviously, you can get them like this. I don't know. Well, you know, we're going to have to smash it, I think, really, aren't we? You know, so see what happens. Hopefully, nothing will fall over, but we'll let's give it a go. Let's give it a smash. There we go. There we go. Okay. I didn't want to do it too much there because who knows what would happen. So there you go. You can see there it's hollow egg. I love the bits like this that you can see in the middle there where it's really thick. I love it when you get those kind of ones there, and it's just a lovely. The chocolate's even thicker. Yeah, it's not too bad actually. It's not too thick actually in this case, but you can see it's a bit thicker there. I like those parts of the eggs. Yeah, pyramids, yeah, I know. Shame they don't make them anymore, isn't it? They look beautiful as well, didn't they? They had a bit 80s, I guess, because I think the colour design was a bit 80s. Obviously, it wouldn't be nowadays. But yeah, they were really nice, weren't they? Yeah, and they're so, I don't know, yeah. I really don't know why they've stopped making those, especially when they still make things like After Eights. You know, it's a shame. But there we go. So let's see how thick this is. I mean, it's different thickness. You can see there's a little snake trail there. Can you see that? It's quite interesting, isn't it? This is quite thick there. So you can see, we'll just do the old calipers, see how thick it is roughly. So there's about 4mm in that thick part. But generally it's probably half that. Yeah, about 2mm. Yeah. Okay. Anti-climate sensor, yeah. Well, I always used to think you should make them just a solid sensor, you know. And you can get Easter eggs that are just all, you know, basically a big solid block, you know. But they're all segmented actually. They're like sort of into little blocks inside that make up a big egg as a whole. Because obviously, I guess if you had a massive, just solid chocolate egg, you couldn't really break it. So I think when you're a kid, you think, oh, I really want one of those. You know, and you really sort of think that would be, why don't they do it? But I guess, you know, yeah, it would be actually quite difficult to just get into it, really. There we go, just upping the brightness a bit. Sorry about that. Yeah, okay, a bit of an anticlimax, quite thin. We'll see what it tastes like, though. Let's give it a go. Give it a taste. Let's say it's one of those cheap sort of eggs you just get in the supermarket. Could be rubbish. Might be a hidden gem. Let's have a see. Well, it's probably tastes a bit like what you used to describe as advent calendar chocolate. You know, back possibly, I don't know. I'm not sure. Well, I'm not sure. Maybe. Well, Alan remembers pyramids, so presumably, possibly, will know what I mean by this. But yeah, sort of very sort of. Because advent calendars, you know, the calendars you get at Christmas with chocolates in, never used to really be branded as such. You know, well, when I was younger, actually, didn't really have chocolate ones either. They came out just as I was getting a bit too old to have advent calendars. Although nowadays have one anyway. But it used to just be pictures. But basically, the chocolates when they first started doing them were quite cheap chocolate, and it was basically like this kind of thing. Doesn't taste too bad actually, I have to say, but it's what, you know, it's what you would have said was advent calendar chocolate. I think it tastes a bit like a Belgian chocolate as well, really, conversely. So I don't know if it's that cheap, but it's what you would have described as advent calendar chocolate, basically. It's not bad. I'm saying, a bit old school. Inside, yeah, they did used to be like that, didn't they? A bag inside, yeah, they do sometimes do it these days, but in like a plastic bag, don't they? But oh, sorry, Andrew, I didn't manage to. You've retracted your message there, but I didn't read it in time, so you're okay. You're probably right there, Andrew. Yes, yeah. Yeah, Paw Patrol. Well, I think I've heard it. It sounds familiar, but yes, I've never. I don't think I've ever seen it actually. As I think it was Rick was saying before, it's a kids program. I've never, maybe Alan, but I've never seen it. I'm sure it's good. The dog looked cute. So there we go. There we are. Honestly, God. I was really into Transformers. That was my cartoon. I still like Transformers actually. I'm not keen on the new films, but you know, from the 80s Transformers. That's my thing. All of those 80s stuff actually. Spider-Man, His Amazing Friends. What was the others? Visionaries, if you remember that. Mask, Pole Position. Yeah, those were the days. Those were the days. Proper cartoons. But yeah, it's not too bad this actually. For the price, it's good. It tastes quite nice. Quite a nice presentation on the front. It's a shame that the actual presentation doesn't go through to the egg. Like Alan says, it would have been nice even to have just like some cheap buttons or something in the middle. But I guess it is a cheap egg. But I mean, you know, I think really the allure to an Easter egg when I was younger, and I think Alan was probably alluding to it as well, is the fact they used to have something in the middle as well, and it was quite common really. Nowadays, I think we've got used to the fact that a lot of eggs don't have anything in the middle, just come with some bars next to it, and I think that's a bit of a shame, really. I think this is quite a nice chocolate, actually. I think it's quite cheap chocolate, but it tastes quite. It's doing it for me. It's not too bad, actually. I think this is better than you'd think. I'll say I don't think it is. You know, that's not. I'm not. You know, it's not going to be the best chocolate in the world ever, but actually, it's not too bad. It reminds me a bit, as I say, of Belgian chocolates or something. You know, which are generally meant to be quite held in high regard, but I think it's not quite sickly as those. It tastes quite nice. So I think for this one, I think I will. You know, I think well, is it too much? Nothing in the middle. It is quite an average one. I was going to give it a 4, but is that too high? I mean, that does sound really good, doesn't it? You know, is it just an average one? I think for what it is, it's actually quite nice. I think it's aimed at kids. I think they'd be quite happy with it. I think it'd be better if it had something in the middle, like Alan says. And I think for that reason, I'm going to stay at a 3.5 out of 5. If it had something in the middle, I think it'd be a bit more special. If the egg had something on it, it's meant to be for kids, don't forget as well. So if the egg had like a picture on it or something, had something a bit more going for it. I think the taste is nice actually, but I think it's got to be a bit more special than that because it is aimed at kids. It should have something in the middle, even though it is quite cheap. I still think it probably costs about 2p to make it. So yeah, it is made by Kinnerton. You're right. It does say Kinnerton on it, Andrew. Yeah, yeah. There you go. Yeah, there you are, Kinnerton. Yes. Okay, yeah, they just make these kind of things. I mean, there's another one. I don't think it was Paw Patrol. I think it was something else. Basically, it was just next to it. It had another design on it. It was just basically the same egg, I imagine, just with a different wrapper on it. Yeah, loose Smarties, but that's quite nice. Yeah, I quite like the loose one because they come in plastic bags sometimes in the middle of them, and I think that's a bit weird, isn't it? I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. Plastic bags in the middle. It just feels a bit less. I don't know. It detracts from it somehow having plastic bags in the middle, even though not on the well, obviously for the environment, but I mean, but that's not what I'm talking about. I just feel like it's better when they're loose or something. It just feels like it's a bit better. But yeah, 3.5 out of 5. I think that's not a bad one. I actually quite enjoyed the chocolate. Actually, I didn't think it was that bad. Actually, maybe you think maybe I just love chocolate at all levels. But there we go. Okay, so what should we go for next? Well, yeah, why not? Why not? I've got a few things to hand. I've got like a special one for the end, by the way. Well, I say special. Don't think it's going to be the best thing in the world ever. But I've got something something at the end that might be of interest. Let's just say that. Okay, so I've got an actual egg here. So it's yes. Look at this. Well, can you look at it? Will it focus in? Yes. Reese's peanut butter egg, cream egg or creme egg? Is it creme? Yeah, creme egg. Look at that. It's not cream. It's creme. Yes, whatever that means. But there we go. That's what it is. Yeah. So I mean, Reese's these. I mean, they seem to be. Could you describe them as a one-trick pony? I mean, they're not far from it, are they? Basically, those of you who don't know, you probably do, but they generally release sort of like usually used to be known for their peanut butter cups. Essentially, sort of like chocolate flavored, apparently covering with sort of like this peanut butter centre. And the peanut butter centre is. I'm not really into peanut butter, to be honest with you, but Reese's peanut butter I really like. I've just I never had it for a long time. But there we go. Hi Joe, how are you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Glad you could make it. I thought maybe you weren't gonna. Well, I think I've explained to the other chaps here before. I put the time as 4 a.m. So hopefully you didn't arrive then. 4 p.m. 4 p.m. Hope you're doing okay, Joe. Yes. Yeah. Hope you're doing all right. We've discussed the weather. Raining here, sunny in other places typically. I'm sure it's still sunny where you are in Brazil, of course. Oh dear, you're probably on the beach now, Oh dear, I think our beach is underwater here, but there we are. Yes, it's Reese's peanut butter egg. So as it's got the Reese's orange, I think they've trademarked that orange, to be honest with you. Yeah, so interesting. Now there might be the problem with these eggs is you can never read anything on them because it's always you can read some bits of it, can't you? But I mean, it's very. I don't know how they get away. Well, you just can't. It's just all scrunched up, really. So there could be anything on that, to be honest with you. I don't think we're going to try and read that, to be honest. So I do apologise. Yeah, sunny day again. Does it ever rain in Brazil, Joe? Maybe once a year. Oh dear. I remember when I was in, obviously, man, the same in Brazil. But I remember when I was holidaying in Spain. And basically, they have different on the weather maps when they're doing the weather on the television. In the UK, we basically just have sun. We have loads of different types of clouds. You have black clouds, grey clouds, clouds of snow, clouds of rain and snow. We've got about 5 or 6 different cloud types, but basically one sun type. But when I was in Spain watching the weather, they had about 3 or 4 different types of sun symbols on the weather chart. That's a problem we never have to face in the UK. Let's put it that way. Oh dear. Okay, so let's I'll move. Well, I can't, as I say, I could perhaps attempt to try and unravel that and read some of that, but I won't go out my way for it because I think it'll probably be a bit overkill. So we'll just move ourselves down so we can have a view of the product itself as I open it. Okay. But yeah, glad you're doing okay, Joe. It's good to see you again. Are you learning English, by the way? Or are you really? Is that part of what you're here for, to try and interpret what I'm saying, or are you here for the chocolate, or both? Because hopefully you can understand me okay. I realise I do speak a bit quick sometimes, but hopefully you're alright with that. So let's have a look. Okay, I'll just turn the brightness down slightly. Maybe a bit more than that. There we go. Okay, there we are. Just the white plate oversaturates it a bit. So I do apologise for the chocolate bits, but there we are. Right, so you see, I'll try and open it. You can't really. You love peanut butter, you say, Joe, as well. This is Reese's peanut butter is very sweet. I don't know if you've ever had it before. It's not really. It does taste peanut buttery, peanutty rather, but it's very sweet. You know, it's not healthy at all. I think peanut butter normally doesn't have. Is quite healthy actually, if it's not got anything added to it. But this one definitely has stuff added to it. Oh, good to hear. Good to hear. I'm glad you can understand me, Joe. Oh dear, I've still not learnt any more Portuguese, I'm afraid. I was still at obrigado, unfortunately. I'm sure there was another word I did know as well, but I can't remember what it is. So there we go, you can see the egg here. It looks quite a nice shape actually. Quite nice. I quite like the way they actually have made an effort for this one. The Cadbury's cream eggs, as we saw last week, have a standard design. Aren't very inspirational or very inspired or whatever you'd say. But these ones are quite nice. They've actually got Reese's on there, and it actually has quite a nice pattern on it. And I think it reflects a bit what was on the packaging as well. Here you can see the swirls. I think that's quite nice. I think they've done a good job there. I say the Cadbury one, they always have just this random star shape, and it doesn't mean anything to anyone. It's not too bad. Okay, so let's do the height of this. Okay, so it's 4.9 centimeters. Height, the width in the middle, around the sort of belt, the egg belt, whatever you'd say. About 3.5 centimetres. There's a standard size egg, this one. It's about the same size as the Cadbury's cream eggs and things like this, you know. Can't see the weight on it, don't think, very easily. 34 grams. There we go. Okay. Let's give it a bit of a chop then. We'll chop it. There's a seam on here. We'll do it. We'll go down the seam. Why not? Let's do that. Okay. There we are. So get a good cut. There we go. Look at that. There we go. I mean, that looks very nice, doesn't it? Quite a thick chocolate there. Look at that. Really thick chocolate. Lovely sort of peanut butter filling. You can see it's two halves put together. So clearly that's why I cut down the seam. So you can see there was a bit of a lip on there. But yeah, it looks very nice, doesn't it? That's it's a nice sort of peanut buttery smell. Yeah, I think this is going to be nice. Oh dear, look at that. It does look nice, doesn't it? It does look nice. Yeah. What do you make of that, Joe? What do you make of that? Have you had Reese's before, Joe? Are you, is that your kind of peanut butter, or do you prefer the sort of the healthier kind, generally? But there we go. Let's see. Right, move back up again. If you can see me okay. Too much gap at the top there, so let's try and move it down a bit. But okay, there we go. Right, I'll just adjust the colouring again, just because it gets a bit too dark there. Look a bit too red faced there, so yeah. might actually be that red colour. I'm not sure, but I'd rather not. I'd rather not be. There we go. Okay, there we are. Okay, so let's see. Right, let's give this a taste then. Quite excited about this one. Let's see. Yeah, lovely, smooth, sweet peanut butter centre down. Quite. I mean, the chocolate's not the best on Reese's peanut butter cups and things. It's not, you know, brilliant. It's not going to blow your socks off at all. But the peanut butter's so nice. As I say, I'm not a massive peanut butter person generally, but I really do enjoy Reese's peanut butter. Yeah. It's very Moorish. It just has a sort of peanut aftertaste rather than being the sole focus of the peanut butter itself. It's a funny one. It's got a bit of a powdery consistency as well. That's very nice, that one. I think it's perhaps the chocolate lets it down though. I think it's a bit more noticeable here that the chocolate isn't great. Yeah, just have you not had Reese's before? Yeah, eat only sugar. Well, basically, Joe, this is very much, you know, not a healthy peanut butter at all. I'm sure it's quite full of sugar here. The peanut taste is quite secondary to the rest of it. You might like it though, but it's certainly not healthy. Yeah, it's it's very sort of the peanut taste comes through secondary to really the texture and funny hard one to explain really. But yeah, it's got like a very sort of powdery texture, and it has the peanut sort of butter. The peanut taste is kind of like a comes through slowly after you've had the actual initial bite. I think I would say it tastes quite sweet before. It has a funny Is it made by Hershey's? It might be. I don't know. Well, I can't tell off this. I can't read anything on that. I'm not sure. But yeah, it might be. Might be here. Yeah, some of the products over here are imported, and some of them are actually just here. You know, so it's difficult to know for sure here, Rick. It's a bit of a funny one, but I don't remember seeing the Hershey's name, but I did see. I think a Hershey's crossover with Reese's. So I guess they obviously do work together if nothing else. I think that might have been in the US actually when I was visiting there a while back. But yeah, so yeah, I think they are related. Let's put it that way. But yeah, this one, yeah, very sort of. I think the chocolate, as I say, is not the best, but the peanut butter is so nice on it. It is very moist. You know, it's tempting. You could easily eat the whole thing. I reviewed half-pound Reese's peanut butter cups. Yeah, the other week, and it had like sort of quite big, massive sort of cake things. I know over 1,000 calories in each one. It's ridiculous. Yeah. Yes. I see what you're saying, Rick. Yeah, the Hershey's chocolate's not the best. You know, I think in this case, you know, it's the chocolate's so thick. It's a shame that it's not a nicer chocolate because it's quite a thick chocolate there, and I think that would be quite would be something else. If it was like a Dairy Milk or something like that. I think. And if Dairy Milk ever team up with Reese's to do a Dairy Milk cup, I think that'd be very nice. But the peanut butter in this one very nice. Has a lovely sweet taste. Lovely sort of. I think it captures the sort of essence of peanut butter without being overly peanut buttery. So if you're not really a fan of that, you'd like this really. And I think if you're a fan of peanut butter, I think you probably would like this, but you'd be not what you used to. As I say, Joe, you might find it a bit strange. But I think I'm going to give it. Let's see. I think it is really nice, but I think the chocolate is a bit noticeable in this one. So I'm going to say 4 out of 5. It is nice though. Yeah, it is nice, and I do like it. I just think perhaps not quite as good as in other products where the balance is a bit better between the chocolate and the peanut butter, but still enjoyable. Still liked it. So yeah, 4 out of 5. A nice one there. Yeah. Oats and cereal. See, that's see, okay. Yes, that sounds very healthy actually. That sounds very healthy. Yeah. Is that like yeah? See, is that sort of how do you do that then? Really, do you kind of mix it together? That sounds quite yeah. Oats cereal with peanut butter. I've never even considered that before. Sounds quite an interesting one, Joe. Does sound an interesting one. Yeah, so what have we got next then, really? Let's see. Well, yes. Let's have a look. Got the Easter break Kit Kats. Look at that. There we go. I'm not sure if I've reviewed this normally, actually. I might have done, but I had one lying around anyway, so I'm not sure if I've actually reviewed it lately. Yeah, it's very nice. It's got rich, look at that. Pointing at it there, if you can read it, if it doesn't focus on my face still. Got chocolate over my hands. There you go, rich chocolatey centre with crunchy wafer pieces. It's got like a token chick there on it. There, it doesn't really look like it wants to be there. There you go, bunnies again, Easter bunny. It's got the old sort of ground around it as well. An egg and another chick. I used to think the trainers actually looked like they had a design like some tread, but it actually says Kit Kat, I think. If it focuses in correctly on that. Want to do it? Oh, there we go. There you go. There you are. Yeah, Kit Kat. You can see that. There we go. Yeah, mix them up. Yeah, quite an interesting one, that, Joe. Yeah, sounds quite an interesting one. Yeah, not even considered doing that. Maybe I have to try it at some point. Sounds a bit interesting. Yeah. Again, you just got to get the right peanut butter, haven't you? Some of them, I don't know. Some of them, one I had wasn't overly nice when I had one of them. So I think you just got to find a decent one, really. But the problem is the temptation here is to get like a chocolate spread and do the same thing. So basically, you end up with something very unhealthy. So it doesn't really work the same. That. Yes. Okay. Let's right. So let's give this one a bit of an open. I think I'll move down a bit so you can see. See me opening it. There we go. So I say apologies for the plate being a bit of a mess, but yes, there we go. Okay, so there we go. It looks quite nice, doesn't it? I like the packaging on this one. What does it say on the back? You can read it there. Oops, upside down. There we go. Yeah, know your servings. 1 bunny is 1 serving. Got per bunny, 156 calories. 91 grams of fat, 5 which are saturates, and per 100 grams, 537 calories, which is pretty much in the middle of the 500 to 550 fresh order, say, a bit over it actually, isn't it? Of course. It's typical for chocolate stuffs. 31.4 grams of fat, 17.3 which are saturates. So there we go. Yeah. Portion should be adjusted for children of different ages. There we go. Yeah, alright, there we are. So what's the weight as well? Does it have a weight? 29 grams, I think. Yes. Looks quite nice. Got some flourishes going on there, as always with these things. You know, there we are. So let's give it a bit of an open then. I think I might have reviewed this before. I'm not sure. As I say, I just had one lying around. So I thought, you know what? Perfect one for the Easter special. And there you go. Look at that. So it's a quite nice looking bunny actually. A little flat on the back. But there we go. Looks quite nice, doesn't it? I think that's quite nice. You can see the face on it as well. Quite nice design that. Might be slightly oversaturated, so you can't quite make out the face as much, but I'm sure you can. And yeah, the face looks quite accurate to what it looks like on the front as well. Yeah, I think that's pretty good actually, isn't it? Pretty spot on that. Not normally you get it so accurate, but I think that's pretty spot on, to be honest with you. Not bad at all that. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to break it in a minute, but there we go. That's the nature of it, really. Okay, so let's measure the height. So I'll measure it in between the ears. It's got that little gap in the ear, so we'll do it to there. There you go. So about 7.8 centimeters. So we'll do it to the top of the ears. 8.3. And the width, we'll do it just about the middle. It has sort of peaks and troughs, but we'll do it in the middle. 3.2. Oh, I pressed it again. 3.2 it was, but we'll just 3.2 centimeters. Okay. Oh yes, and heights. Heights were another difficult one because it's different heights as you can see. But we'll do it in the face at 1.4. It does look good, doesn't it, Alan? Yeah, I think this is they've made good effort for this one. On the ears. Oh, can do it. 9.4 centimeters. There we go. The boots are quite slanted, so I probably won't measure those, but you can see there. We'll do it to the top of the boots. Why not? Why not? Oh, we're here. It's starting to melt in my fingers. That's the only problem. Okay, roughly 1.4 centimeters. There we go. All right, sorry, Bunny. We're gonna have to give you a chop. Oh, dear. We'll have to do it probably across the head as well because it's the thickest part. Oh dear. Oh well, never mind. He wasn't going to last beyond Easter anyway, let's face it. So just put him out of his misery. So what does it say it has? Crunchy wafer pieces. So you can see there. Got little pieces involved. So it looks quite, yeah, if it focuses in properly. Hopefully it will. There we go, look at that. You can see there's slight little wafer pieces. You can see them making them out towards the bottom. Quite a thick layer of chocolate. Like it seems to be like a smooth, sort of, I don't know, maybe not a praline, you know, but that kind of thing on top, smooth chocolate mousse. Making the ice cream man outside. Yeah, that's quite interesting. Well, I think we should give it a bit of a taste. I'm quite interested in this one, see what it's like. Lift myself back up. I think they've done a good job on the presentation for this one. I think I'm really happy with that. Some of them can look a bit, as you've seen, don't make much effort for them, but that one they've done quite a bit of effort for. So quite impressed with that one. I'll just, yeah. Kind of looks okay, doesn't it? Move myself about it. Yeah, okay. Right, so let's give it a taste. I'll taste the top of the head with decapitated. Well, worse than decapitated, but never mind, we did it. Let's give it a go. Quite a subtle crunch. It's quite smooth as well in the centre. It's like I was saying, it's got a bit of a sort of praline type sort of centre, smooth sort of middle. Not bad. As you don't know, Kit Kat is usually a two-fingered bar, sort of different layers of wafer separated by sort of chocolate cream and covered in milk chocolate, or maybe just separated by chocolate, but it seems to be a cream. So this is basically based on it, but it's more sort of more like bits of wafer in the middle rather than layers of wafer. Not too bad. The wafer is quite sort of second fiddle to the rest of it. It's not too bad though. Let's get little like Rice Krispie pieces in it. Is what it tastes like. And the chocolate's not great. Yeah, it's a funny one. I like it though, actually. I like it, but I think it's not quite as. I think it's a bit disappointing as compared to what you might be expecting from a Kit Kat point of view. It's very sort of, the wafer's very minimal. It's not really prevalent at all to that extent. It's more like Rice Krispie pieces almost. It tastes a bit like having that. It's quite smooth centre as well. It's, you know, a bit. It's not overly reminiscent of a Kit Kat basically. But it looks great. I think it looked really nice. I think it really had a good design on this one. Good looking product. I think it's not quite. I think it could be a bit better if it was more wafer involved. I think it'd be better really. They've kind of tried to go down the sort of Malteser bar sort of route, where it's something a bit different or a bit less less about the crunch, more about the smooth centre, and it, rather than being like the sort of liquid Malteser centre that those Maltesers seem to have. This one's a bit just a sort of praline-y centre. And when I say that, like a chocolate praline, like a smooth centre. It's not too bad though, but I don't know. I think it's not quite as, it's not Kit Kat-y enough really. I think I'd want more of a crunch in there, and it doesn't have it, and that's a bit of a shame. But I think it looks great. I think they've really done a great job on how it looks. But yeah, I don't know. I think the taste. I mean, I might have given this in the old days maybe a 4, but I think I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5. I think, and maybe a bit harsh. That it is quite nice. It's definitely a high 3.5, a low 4, but I'm going to say 3.5 this time. I just think because there's so many good chocolates out there now, I'm trying to be a bit more careful with what I give higher ratings to. And the 4 is a good rating, you know what I mean? So, I know it doesn't sound like it is sometimes, but I want it to be a good rating of 4. And I think this one just doesn't quite have the. There's just not enough crunchy piece in there. I just think it needs more crunch, basically. But it looked great. I think you could almost give it half a mark for looking great, really. So maybe make it a 4 for that reason. But I'm just going to go on taste, I think. Well, I'm just going to rate it on the. I think, as I say, I think you could bump it up half a mark and make it a 4 if you include how good it looks, really. But I'm going to stick to 3.5 out of 5 for that one. So not bad at all, that. But I just think, just not quite as crunchy as I would have liked from a sort of Kit Kat product, basically. I'm just going to remove some of the chocolate. Right, so okay, so, well, God, how many have we done? 1, 2, we've done 4 products there. I've done quite well there, really. Now I've got, yes. Oh, hi, Scotty, you made it. You're always late, honestly. You'll be late for your own funeral, and yeah. Oh, dear, but glad you made it. We've done about 4 or 5 products, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 products. Yeah, yes. Well, to be honest with you, Scotty, I did originally, by accident, time it for 4 a.m. So I'm glad you could make it after all. And yes, so probably my fault, really. But there we go. Yeah, I know the feeling, Scotty. I know the feeling. One of those, really. I've been up since quite early today. I was thinking my contacts were feeling my eyes were feeling a bit dry, but I've done okay, I think. Yeah, so we've got a bit of a special one there for you. Now, I always talk about my backlog and my backlog and my backlog. So I've gone into my backlog, I think, or maybe my backlog, I'm not sure, one or the other. And I've got something, and I thought just as a little curio, we could do a little extra one here, really, just to see what this is like. And so not sure whether I should do this really or not, but we'll go for it because we'll see what it's like, basically. Yeah, 1 p.m. Yes, I see. Is it 1 p.m.? 1 p.m. at 4 o'clock. So it must be 1 p.m. now because you're about 5 hours behind, aren't you? I think 4 or 5. I think. Joe, is that right? I think you are. Yeah, maybe. Well, if you're saying it's now that time, yeah, so maybe 4 hours behind. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I see. But yes, it's always at 4 p.m. the live chats, unless I specifically say make a point of it being different. But yeah, if it says 4 a.m, it definitely won't be 4 a.m. UK time, which would be, I think, 1 o'clock. 12 o'clock your time, I think, in the 12 a.m. basically. Joe. So yeah, so you might be able to hear this noise here. So I don't know if you can guess what it is from this. But it's one I've had in my backlog for quite some time, and I say that it's probably the backlog, I think, of Easter products, not from last year. Yeah, but from the year before, basically. I think the year before, 2019, or maybe even the year before that. 2 years ago, I think. Does anyone recognise what it could be? I'll give you a few seconds because about 6 seconds behind, so maybe you'll know. It's an Easter product. Any guesses? Hopefully you can hear that, by the way. I'm not just talking, sound like I'm talking rubbish. But yeah, you'll definitely know when you see it. But just if it is, it's a special Easter product, and it has something on it which obviously will make this sort of noise. But we'll see what this one's like. Now, of course, I'll say it is basically 2 years out of date, pretty much. So we're gonna, you know. But raiding the backlog, why not? This is what I've got to do. So it's still hanging around. Might still be perfect. I could be poisoning myself here. So it's one of those. So it's a bit of a different one. But here we go. Yep, no one's guessed it, so we'll see. But here you go. Yes, you're right. Yep. You just in time, Alan. Just in time. Yes, it is. It's the Golden Bunny. It's the hazelnut one. So I've reviewed all the others back in the day. Yes, yeah, well done, Alan. Yes. You said it just as I started to raise it up there, but yeah, I know what you meant. Yeah, I know you would have known. But yes, so there we go. Comes with this little bell on. Quite cute, really. This is the hazelnut one. Now, it's from a couple of years back. Now, I do have, you know, I'm not in any way purposefully scraping the bar. I've got loads of other products to do. I just thought it'd be quite interesting to see what this is like after 2 years. It does look lovely, doesn't it, Joe? But as I say, this one, unfortunately, has been in my backlog for some time, and you can see there, look. August 2019, yeah. Oh dear. So I thought we'd just give it a go, because obviously I did want to review this back in the day. It looks so nice. But basically I had a little bag of Easter products I'd had out for last year. I think to try and sort of look into getting again, or maybe doing a feature of it, and I've just had it hanging around for ages. So there we go. So you know, they are still available. These you can still buy this. It is available this year. I've seen it. I was tempted to buy it again, really, but they're not cheap. They're about £3 or something. And more, this is the small. This is the medium size. We can get a really big one, and get a small one as well. It's basically Lindt chocolate and Lindt Golden Bunny, and some of them have different designs on as well. But the hazelnut one has a green ribbon, and the white chocolate one has a white one, as you imagine. The regular milk chocolate one, I think, has a red ribbon, and the dark chocolate one has a brown ribbon. So yeah, so there's different types. But yeah, I thought I'd give this a go, see what it's like. It might be complete. I mean, it might be perfectly fine, to be honest with you. It probably is, really, but we'll see. Hopefully it's not ridiculous. But I thought it'd be just a bit of an interesting one to finish on. Let's have a look. Because I can't generally, yeah. You know, I thought, you know, maybe we could get the proper one another time. But you can see there's the calories. 100 grams. That's what it is, actually. Yes, the thing's 100 grams itself. It says per 100 grams, 612 calories. Wow, cracky. 49, is that 49 grams of fat? Or 43? Can't tell. I think it's 43 grams of fat, 19 of which are saturates. Yeah, it is 43, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so we'll see what this is like then after a couple of years of being basically, yeah. Manufactured in Germany by Lindt and Sprungli. Not sure how you pronounce that. There we go. Alright, so let's go down, see what it's like then, shall we? See how it's held up. And we'll try it unless it looks ridiculous. I imagine it might be okay, you know. I think it won't be as nice as if it was fresh, but it might be okay. The fresh is the word, but you know what I mean. Oh dear. But yeah, I've got so many things in the backlog, honestly. So let's have a look. So let's give it a bit of an open. But as I said, it do look really nice. I think the presentation alone is worth something, but you can't really open these without destroying them. You can perhaps do the ribbon maybe, but we'll take the ribbon off if we can and keep them all. I think I had a collection of these ribbons for a time. There we go. Let's give it a bit of an opener. So see what this is like. As I say, this one is 2 years out of date. So let's see what it's. Let's see how it's held up. I just thought it'd be nice to have a bit of a curio of this one to see, because I was going to do like a special out-of-date chocolate section at one point, but I don't know, I never kind of got around to it because I've got so much in my backlog. That's just what happens basically. Okay, so let's see. And there you go. Look, there's nothing actually visibly wrong with it. It's got the chopped hazelnuts in. No, I expected white splotches or something like that, which would be the sort of the fat separating. There's nothing. I'm just going to turn the brightness down a bit. It's a bit too bright. Let's see. Won't be a second. Let's see. Okay, that's probably a bit better. Yeah, there you go. So you can see there, covered in, yeah, there's nothing visibly wrong with it, is there really? You know, don't have a taste. But you can see there lots of, yeah, some black bits there, lots of chopped hazelnuts there. It looks lovely, doesn't it? Beautiful bunny. It looks quite nice. Yeah. I don't know what the description said of it. Let's have a look, see if I can see the... Should have read that out, shouldn't I, really? It just says milk chocolate with hazelnut pieces. There we go. There we are. Cocoa size 30% min. Milk size 40% min. Okay. Bells and ribbons are for decorative purposes only and not toys. Yeah, I think it looks quite nice, doesn't it? Let's see. Unfortunately, I might have to give it a bit of a chop to see how thick it is and things. So sorry about this. Yeah, don't want a bunny abuse, but there we go. Well, there we go. Okay, there we are. So you can see lovely and thick, actually, can't you? Look at that. Really thick there. Yeah. It's also nice, filled with chopped hazelnuts. I think you'd be very happy. And look how thick that looks up there. The head, the thickness there stops mid-ear, so it's going to be really thick at the top. You can see there as well. Look how thick that is there. Lovely thick chocolate. I think, you know, if you compare it to, well, it gets quite thin on the sides here, actually, doesn't it? You can see it's very thin, actually. It's ridiculously thin. But yeah, it's a shame how thin it gets there, doesn't it, on these sides here? But generally quite thick, really. Not too bad. Okay, let's give it a taste then, shall we? See what it's like after after 2 years hibernation. Could still be fine. Could be poisonous. If you don't hear from me again, you'll know which one it was. Let's give it a... I'm sure, you know. We'll see. We'll see what it's like. We'll see what it's like. Okay, honestly, a bit apprehensive, but there we go. Sometimes though, you know, because of this backlog, sometimes, and I just fancy chocolate sometimes, I do try some of them that have just gone slightly out of date and things, and generally they're okay. I found the Ritter Sport ones, you know, I don't know, perhaps not the best ones to have when they've just slightly gone past the date, but most other things are not too bad, really. Yeah, I noticed, but some of the Evadell ones, maybe they go a bit funny. Let's say nothing. Let's have a look. See if we get a taste then. Got a nice big chunk here. Let's see what it's like. Let's do it. Yeah, it seems to have. I would say it tastes a bit dry, if you know what I mean. It's not dry, but it has a bit of a funny dryness about it. You know. I don't know. Doesn't taste too bad though. But just a bit of a strange dryness to it. It's as if the chocolate, even though it looks fine, it's as if it's kind of lost a bit of its creaminess, if you know what I mean. It's a bit of a funny one, that. Otherwise, it doesn't taste. I mean, you know, it doesn't taste as good as it would do new, I think, is the gist of it. But it has a, you know, but as I say, it's not much different really. I don't think. Quite very hazelnutty though. And it could be that dryness could just be down to the hazelnuts really, because it's so full of them. I mean, it literally is full of them. You see, I mean, just look at it. Yeah. Interesting one there. I don't know if it's fair to give this a rating because it is quite, you know. Obviously, I wouldn't suggest leaving it for 2 years. I would eat it straight away. But it's, I mean, you know, overall, it's quite thick. It looks quite nice, doesn't it? Really, you know. I think, yeah, I mean, it's not too bad. And after 2 years, I think it's perhaps not as good as it was 2 years ago. I don't think. But it's not too bad. I don't think there's anything too bad happened to it. I think it's just lost a bit of its creaminess, really. But that could just be down to the fact that it's just full of chopped hazelnuts. Maybe that just detracts from it a bit. Yeah, the hazelnuts jowl. Yeah, basically chopped hazelnuts. So they're quite sort of. Yeah, can you see it? Does it say? Yeah, milk chocolate with hazelnut pieces. There you go. Yeah. So the hazelnuts basically. So yeah, so it's not too bad. I think the chopped hazelnuts are always better than full hazelnuts for me. I'm not a big fan of yeah. So not don't know if you like hazelnuts or not. They're not too bad really. I prefer them chopped really. I prefer like things with flavours in as well. So they're okay. I think it's quite thick, this one. You know, quite full of pieces and stuff like that. So it'd be interesting to see. But I don't know if. I think, like I say, the dryness from it could be partly down to the hazelnuts as well. I think it might be a bit much, but I don't think it's fair to give this a rating really. But it didn't, as I say, it didn't, I think it's definitely if it is like this when it's new, I think it might be a bit. I don't know. I don't think I can recommend it really, but it's just a bit too dry. I think is the gist of it. But it looks fine. I don't see why it would have changed that much from the chocolate, But I'm sure. Yeah, don't know. Bit of an odd one really that. But a bit of a curio there. I thought we'd finish on that different one just to see what it was like. Yeah, a bit of an interesting one. As I say, never raided my backlog for something that old before, but since it was Easter and it looks so nice, I thought, well, it's got the look of it, hasn't it, if nothing else. Oh dear, so there we go. Well, there we are, 2 years. That's what happens to rabbits after 2 years, I guess, in hibernation, when covered in chocolate. But there we go. Yes, hope you all enjoyed that then. That's Easter special then. So I'll be doing, I think, up until Easter. I think there's 2 more weeks of them, so I will be doing some more of them. Some random ones each time. So Easter sort of related products, basically. It's a long story short. So hopefully you enjoyed those. I think, as I got plenty of. I might be doing some regular Easter reviews outside of here as well, because I've got so much to cover. But hopefully do a bit of a broad range of them in the actual live reviews themselves as well. So hopefully you enjoyed that. As I say, a bit of an interesting one. I won't give that a rating because I think that's that Limp Bunny it's be a bit unfair to do that really, because it's not it's not as it was, I assume, when it was made. But I just thought it'd be a nice, interesting one just to just to give a look into to see if it was anything. It didn't look too bad, did it? Really, you'd think there'd be something visible on it to suggest it's that old. I was expecting to see white splotches on where the fat's separated from the chocolate, but there's nothing like that. There's no visible signs of it being old at all. I think it just tastes a bit dry, I think. But as I said, that could just be the hazelnut. So interesting one there. So there we go. Oh, thanks so much, Alan. Hope you enjoyed those. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. It's great to see you again, by the way. Great to see you, Joe, of course, as well. And Scotty as well, if you're still there. I know you might have internet problems sometimes. And Rick, of course. Yes, great to see you. I'm not sure. I think if Andrew's still there or not, I'm not sure. But good to see you as well, Andrew, of course. But yeah, great to see you all. And good to see those chocolate bars as well. Yellow chocolate bar and a turquoise chocolate bar. Always good. Oh, good to see you all again. Yeah, have a great weekend, everyone. Enjoy the sun, Joe. Hope you enjoy it. Yeah, and it's 4 p.m. next week. Not 4. If it says 4 a.m., it'll be 4 p.m. Trust me. Oh, good one, Rick. I'll see you soon. Thanks for joining, everyone. Take care. Have a great day. Check out the Discord chat, by the way, if you're not already. I'll be in there. Good place to chat to me as well. Good to see you there also. But yeah, see you later, everyone. Take care. Have a great day. Thanks for coming. Bye for now. See ya.